got movies out, and I got to get these movies. I got it, but I got to get it again. There's 2 movies that came out. I think one was called 1492, and the other one was called, I think, the Columbus the Conquest. You know, one was starring this guy Depardieu. I can't even pronounce his name. He got the big nose from France, Depardieu, and he played Columbus. Then you had this other unknown guy that I believe he was an Italian actor, and he looked like Columbus, and he played Columbus, and that came out in 1992 to commemorate 500 years based upon the discovery of the so-called New World. And this guy was in it, Marlon Brando. I believe he was in 1492. And then they showed you that this dude that played Columbus even mentioned the Apocrypha. I think it was in both movies. They had mentioned the Apocrypha.
Across the ocean sea.
And the reason why he knew that the earth was round, because he read it out of the Apocrypha, and I think he told the ancients, look, this is out of the Apocrypha. Okay? So you devils in your damn dogma, you're getting ready to be, you're getting ready to be wiped out, right? Go ahead.
That they might dare keep their statues which they never kept in their own land. And they entered into Euphrates by the narrow passages of the river, for the Most High then showed signs for them, and held still the flood till they were passed over. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of 1.5 years.
Hold up, 1.5 years to get to the place. Did we not read about King Solomon? If you get that again, did we not read about King Solomon? You know it is offhand, because I can give it back to you. Okay, I'm sorry, I got it written down. I believe it's 1 Kings, the 9th chapter, and the 26th verse, if I'm not mistaken. Just double check that. Okay, check 1 Kings at 10, 21 to 23. Okay, go ahead.
This is 1 Kings chapter 10, verse 21. And all King Solomon's drinking vessels were of gold, and all the vessels of the house of the forest of Lebanon were of pure gold. None were of silver. It was nothing accounted of in the days of Solomon. For the king had at sea a navy of Tarshish with a navy of Hiram. Once in 3 years came the navy of Tarshish, bringing gold and silver, ivory and apes and peacocks. So King Solomon exceeded the kings of the earth for riches and for wisdom.
Once in 3 years. So that was that 3-year cycle. 1.5 years ago, and another 1.5 years to come back. Go ahead.
For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of 1.5 years, and the same region is called Arsareth. Then dwelt they there until the latter time.
Which we're in the latter times. Because they never went nowhere after they got over here. That's why when the so-called Christopher Columbus and Esau got over here, who did they encounter? And they show you that in both of the movies. They encountered people that look like North American Indians, man. They even showed you in that movie Apocalypto by this guy Mel Gibson. They showed you that at the end of the movie that there were Israelites over here, and then the very last scene of the movie they showed Edomites coming over here in ships. All right.
And that's the reason why the so-called Roman Catholic Church says that this book here, the second Ezra, the second Ezra, is not a dogma. It's not a part of their canon, because it brings out all this information, and that's what they say. Certain books in the Apocrypha are not canon. It says they dwelt there until the latter time. I'm sorry. And now, when they shall begin to come, the highest shall stay.
When they shall begin to come, what is that talking about? Did not Judah come over here? Wasn't he brought over here against his will? Was not Benjamin brought over here against his will? I'm talking about the Western Hemisphere, right? Was not Levi brought over here against his will? So all the tribes are over here, man. That's that place in Revelation, the 12th chapter. Go ahead.
It says, the highest shall stay the springs of the stream again, that they may go through. Therefore sawest thou the multitude with peace. But those that be left behind of thy people are they that are found within my borders. Now when he destroyed the multitude
So that shows you that you had Israelites that were still over there in the land of Israel. That was still over there in the Middle East. Go ahead.
Now when he destroyed the multitude of the nations that are gathered together, he shall defend his people that remain. And then shall he show them great wonders. Then said I, O Lord, that bearest rule, show me this. Wherefore have I seen the man coming up from the midst of the sea? And he said unto me, like as thou canst neither seek out nor know the things that are in the deep of the sea, even so can no man upon the earth see my son or those that be with him, but in the daytime. This is the interpretation of the dream which thou sawest, and whereby thou only are here lighted. For thou hast forsaken thine own way, and applied thy diligence unto my law, and sought it. Thy life hast thou ordained in wisdom, and hast called understanding thy mother. And therefore have I showed thee the treasures of the highest. After other 3 days will I speak other things unto thee, and declare unto thee mighty and wondrous things. And then went I forth into the field, giving praise and thanks greatly unto the Most High, because of his wonders which he did in time, and because he governeth the same, and such things as fall in their season. And there I sat 3 days.
That's right. So that was a vision that was given to Ezra. You know, so this is, you know, our history is a vast history, man. You know, I mean, our history is vast. And, you know, we just touch on certain things in history, and the Spirit had us for this show that we did, and the last show that we did, we kind of went into the Hebrew. Now we're kind of going into the history, you know. So basically we're coming full circle, all right? So just keep watching the shows, and we almost out this bitch, you know? This man getting ready to be taken down, and there's not a damn thing, you know, he can do about it. So with that, I'm going to say shalom.